Hi guys, welcome to our platform eTuition, Education for Better Tomorrow. Before proceeding this session, let us discuss one thing. Have you ever thought if I would have told you instead of greeting, see, first let me clear it up. How did I greet you all guys? I said, hi guys, welcome to our platform. But have you ever thought if I greet you guys like this? Like this sentence. What is it written? It is written as, guys, eTuition, hi, welcome, platform hour 2. Just imagine. Does it sound good? Just think. No, right? So, in this session, we will understand how this sentence is not good, why is this sentence not good, and why does this sentence doesn't make any sense. Like, see, I greeted you here. Hi guys, welcome to our platform eTuition. So this sentence sounds good in our ear and this sentence does make sense, but this sentence doesn't, right? So we will be proceeding further. So hi guys, welcome to our platform eTuition. My name is Amrita and I will be teaching you sentence, okay? So I am your English teacher and I'll be teaching you sentence. Remember, the sentence will be taught in many parts, okay? So there will be introduction part. Remember, we did one syllabus overview video, right? In there, what did we do? In sentence, we had the first part. What was the first part? Introduction, right? So we'll be doing introduction here, and this video will not be any class specific, any class restricted, okay? A class 4 student can also understand. Same goes for a class A student will also understand this video. So let's proceed. See, again another new sentence. In the sun, east the rises. Let's read it again. In the sun, east the rises. Does this make any sense? Is the sentence properly arranged? Or does this sentence sounds good to our ear? No, right? So this doesn't sound good. So this is specifically not a correct sentence, right? So which is the correct sentence? The correct sentence is, the sun rises in the east. So we got to know that the sun rises from the east, right? Now see, this is a sentence. This is a sentence. Did you notice one thing? See, the words and the number of words or the actual words of this sentence is same as this sentence. So what is different? They are arranged. In this sentence, they are not arranged properly, whereas in this sentence, they are arranged properly, right? So let's begin. First, so we got to know that if we don't arrange those words in a proper order, the sentence will not make any sense, right? So now, if somebody asks you, what is a sentence? You really need to be prepared with one answer, right? So what is a sentence? Let's begin. What is a sentence? A group of words placed in specific order to make a complete sense. So what is a sentence again? Let us repeat. A group of words placed in a specific order to make a complete sense. There are some group of words. Remember one thing, group of letters forms a word, correct, and group of words form a sentence, correct. So if the group of words are placed, they need to be placed on a specific order, right? Now you will be asking, ma'am, what kind of order is it? Wait, we'll be proceeding it, and then you will understand what kind of order we need to follow. So let's repeat it again. A group of words placed in a specific order to make a complete sense is called sentence. Simple. So let's see some examples. This book has many pictures, right? So this is an example. We do understand that this book has many pictures, right? Which is the next example? India is a big country. India is a big country. So this sentence makes a complete sense. Rachna is my good friend, right? Where are you from? Okay. Now have you noticed one thing? Every sentence begins with a capital letter. Every sentence is beginning with a capital capital letter, and every sentence is ending with a full stop or a question mark, or it can be an exclamatory mark. So these points you really need to remember if you are framing or forming one sentence. So what are the points? Number 1 point. The words in a sentence are placed in the proper order to make complete sense. See, we already learned it in our definition. Next is, a sentence should always begin with a capital letter. See, we did it here, right? A sentence is always beginning with the capital letter. Next, a sentence has usually a full stop. It should have a full stop or a question mark or a mark of exclamation. See, we have full stop, we have question mark, and we will be doing exclamatory later on. Next, so we completed this line and we completed this line. So now let's go for the next part. A complete sentence must have at minimum 3 things. A complete sentence must have 3 parts. Okay, so what are the part? The part is a subject, a verb, and an object. So a sentence should have 3 parts: a subject, a verb, and an object. Now you will be asking, what is a subject, what is a verb, what is an object? Remember, have patience and we will proceed. Okay, and we will get to know what subject, object, verb is all about. A main and important line, okay, you have to remember this. The sentence always has a verb in it. A sentence will always have a verb in it. What is verb? I think you all already did it in class 3, right? What is verb? A verb is a doing word. A sentence will always have a doing word. In fact, verb is the heart of a sentence. What is verb? Verb is always marked as the heart of a sentence. Like without a verb, a sentence does not exist. So let's again proceed. Now we learned something about sentence. Now we will be learning something about phrase. Pronounce it phrase. 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 So what is phrase? A group of words that makes sense. Okay, there are some group of words that make sense but not a complete sense is called phrase. Now what was sentence? A group of words that is arranged specific order to make a complete sense. But in this phrase, what is the definition written? It is written that same as the sentences, the phrase also has a group of words. But what happened in sentences? In sentences, those group of words made a complete sense. But in the phrase, what happened? In this phrase, those group of words does not make any complete sense. Okay, let's see some examples. Last evening. Okay, we are understanding that something happened last evening, like today and the last day, yesterday. So there is something about the last evening, but what? Do we know any more information? No, right? We know that last evening is something that happened last night or the last evening. But what happened? So does this group of words make any sense? No, right? So this is what? These are phrase. Now, a funny story. Okay, a funny story. So there was a name of XYZ, a story which was funny. Okay, but a funny story, this 3 words, does that make any sense? No, right? We know like a funny story, there must be a story which is funny. But which story is funny? What kind of story was funny? Right? Now see, at the bus stop. So we completed this. Now we will be doing this. At the bus stop. At the bus stop. Okay. We are getting it to know that something happened that was at the bus stop. But what happened? When did it happen? How did it happen? Is it written? No, right? It does not make any sense. So at the bus stop. So these are what? These are phrases which make sense but not a complete sense. Okay? See. Now fun time. Remember I told you See, brother, you are my. You can have 10 seconds time and you can solve this question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can anybody solve it? You can write it. So what is the answer? You are my brother. See? So we are first checking that every sentence has a capital letter on the beginning. Check. Every sentence should end with a full stop. Check. Right? Let's arrange the next question. Is sweaters wool used to make? Again, I'll be giving you some time. You can solve. Is sweaters wool used to make? Let's see the answer now. Time's up. The answer is wool is used to make sweaters. So what did we do? We just arranged those group of words in a specific order. Next, the hill went up. The hill went up Jack and Jill. I think everybody has learned this poem when they were kid. I did learn this poem when I was kid. When I was probably in my nurseries. Okay. So tell me what will be the answer. The hill went up Jack and Jill. Answer is Jack and Jill went up the hill. Correct. Next. Again fun time. Okay. So make sentences using phrase. Remember we learned phrase. What are phrase? Phrase are those group of words that make sense but not a complete sense. Correct. So full of useful information. Who provides us full of useful information? Or what kind of full of information, right? So let's write the answer. Answer is book has full of information. Right. Let's go for the next part. In a hurry. Okay. Students, you all just have to add one thing. Okay. Full of useful information. Full of. I just missed it writing. So I think you all be pity on me, right? But you have to write. So book has full of useful information. Now we are making a complete sense out of this phrase. Now we can make a complete sense out of this phrase. Like, who has full of useful information? A book has a full of useful information. See, next part. In a hurry. In a hurry. Who is in a hurry? What is in a hurry? What happened after something happened in a hurry? Like, so let's solve the answer. Rajiv rushed to his office in a hurry. So Rajiv was late, okay, and he rushed to his office in a hurry, right? When you get late, how do you run to your bus? I used to run, like when I used to get late for my school, I used to run to the bus. So we were in a hurry, right? So next part. Advantages and disadvantages. So which situation has advantages or disadvantages? Oops, I told you the answer. So let's check the answer. The answer is a situation can have both advantages and disadvantages. Anything that's happening to you that can have both advantages as well as some disadvantages, isn't it? Let me give you an example. Now see, suppose somebody gave you a chocolate, right? So having a chocolate is an advantage for you, right? You're having so many chocolates, you'll have so many chocolates, you will be eating it with pleasure, you'll be eating it with happiness, right? You're happy with it, so that is your advantage. And what are your disadvantages? If you have too many of chocolates, what will happen? You'll have a toothache, right? So every situation or a situation can have both advantages and disadvantages. So students, I hope you enjoyed this whole session. Thank you for watching. subscribe to our channel, and I wish you will be waiting eagerly for our next session. Thank you.